Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
That's such an in-laws are here thing to do. Do you have to do that now, Ben? Do you have to? It's Christmas Day. Yeah, well, you know.
Needs doing. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. It is today, isn't it?
It is
It's
today. We've fallen on the Christmas New Year magic days.
Yeah.
We haven't had to change our schedule at all.
No.
And I just wonder how many years until the next time that happens.
Probably 7.
Wow.
Or
you gotta
6.
You got to look at leap years, yeah.
Oh, fuck me. He's Googling it. Well, I always think about every year, it's a day moves forward, doesn't it? If that makes sense. So say if your birthday's on a Saturday, next year it'll be on a Sunday.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna guess 2032.
Oh, that's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't even. Oh no, hang on, I can check. Obviously. Okay, keep going. Fill the gap. What we got?
So whilst he's doing that, I could tell the listeners about. I'm thinking about purchasing a Porter and Davies drum phone. If you're interested in getting one yourself,
December 31. So
31. Yeah, I didn't want to say 31. I thought it might be 31, but then I thought leap years. Well, there you go.
Right. Okay. Porter and Davies.
Yeah.
Drum stool. Which one's Porter? Which one's Davies?
Well, good question.
Neither of us.
Do you reckon Davies is pissed at Porter? Like, why is my name second? You know? Because Davies and Porter sounds just as good. Porter and Davies.
Yeah.
Davies and Porter.
Yeah.
If anything, it sounds better.
Yeah.
You got any of that? You got one of those Davies and Porter? Yeah. You got a Porter and Davies. What? You know?
Maybe they didn't want the whole DP thing.
What? As in double penetration?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is what their latest drum stool offers. What does it do?
Yeah.
Sort of.
If anything, they should double
sort of.
down.
There's a bit that something like it goes up your arse and something, doesn't it? And then it just wiggles around to the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right. Why do you want one? What's going on? Talk to me.
I was talking to. You're the only person who quotes phone jacker. Everyone else has moved on. I was talking to Camille the other day, and she was saying about how she's never been to Grand Russell, and we said we'd do a trip together, her and I. And
I think we've got a business where we could take people.
Do you reckon?
Like tour
bus?
Because I've already got a trip planned at some point with Jordan Farouja.
Yeah.
I'm going to take him down there.
I think we should do.
Come meet the man himself.
Maybe we should do a tour.
Come meet the Rat King. You know.
Where else could we take them on this tour? Jordan and Camille.
Oh, that's a good point.
I reckon go to where the Old Blacksmiths was.
Yeah.
And year on year see what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
That bit where you got bitten by a snake or something on Portsdown Hill.
Yeah.
Something like
Close
that.
enough.
The scene of Little Piggy, Josh's film. This is where this was filmed. So,
there's all sorts gig venues that have shut down. We could make it depressing.
Portsmouth's a historic city. This is where
this is where the dream used to be, and now it's not.
Yeah.
You know, we could go to the Cellars, which is now not the Cellars anymore. It's
Air balloon, flats, registry, flats, horseshoe, flats.
Yeah.
Contented Pig, not sure. Might still just be a rundown building. Vibrant music scene, right?
Yeah, exactly. Why am I getting one is the question. I don't know if I will yet, because I had a quick look at the price before we went live, baby.
Talk to me.
Oh, it's about 1,300 quid.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
New. And I think I'd want new, you know? I think I'd want it new. It's not like a cymbal.
No, it's like a dildo, isn't it? You don't buy a second-hand dildo.
Well, you could. Just put it in the dishwasher first, you know?
Crank that temperature up.
Yeah. Make sure do plates separately.
Boil it. Boil your dildos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like when you buy clothes and new towels where they should, people say like you should wash them first really before you wear them because you don't know if someone's worn it, send it back, things like that.
Yeah.
Same goes with dildos. New or second hand, boil them.
Yeah.
Boil them. Just be
I think
safe.
there's some underwear that you can't return, isn't there? But
Probably,
that's
I
all.
wouldn't want to return any of mine.
No,
It's,
no, absolutely
Nah.
not. They'd see you walk in and go, you're right. Really sorry, sir. It's weird, isn't it? You can tell just by looking at someone, I think sometimes how clean they are downstairs. Is that a weird thing to say?
No, I don't think. No. I mean,
Sometimes you look at some men, you go, I reckon it's chaos down there. You know what I mean? And you look at some people and go, I reckon they're pretty clean,
Yeah.
And these are the things you have to think about. Sometimes I forget who listens to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just talk.
Yeah.
Hi, Mum.
Anyway, the drum store. Why'd you want one?
Well, do you know what they do? First off,
As I said, I mean, they don't shove something actually up your ass, but they have like an amplifier and a vibrator or something in it.
yeah. I mean,
your kick drum through your.
That wasn't me asking as if I know and you don't. That was me asking because I've got a vague idea. I think it's something where it's like you play the kick and then it, that sends through to the stool, and I think it gives you the low vibrations because, as we know, they are what gets lost, And when you're playing a gig, and cymbals fine, yeah, all that
too bloody fine sometimes
all day. Yeah, Christ, that's coming in my ears.
Yeah.
But even snares, all right. But toms and that low end.
Yeah.
Gone, And I was thinking about that gig I did the other day where I was getting no kick, and the amount of time that's is kind of the main thing I ask engineer now, monitor engineer. What do you want in your wedge, mate? And I'll say just give me a bit of everything, but loads of kick, and it's never enough kick. It's never enough kick.
I eyeball the engineer.
Yeah.
When I'm sound checking the kick, and I'm just doing this.
Yeah.
Like something from The Shining or something, or
Yeah.
fingers pointing out. Just there. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Yeah.
Because it's weird, isn't it? Because the amount of times you go, I think that'll be all right, but then the band starts playing. Oh no, it's not all right. I've only had it once this year where I could really hear and feel the kick. I spoke to the guy afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, it's not my gear," so I thought I'd crank it if it explodes.
Yeah. It's not my
But because of that, and I thought it's a weird one. Those sorts of stalls, I do think there's certain types of gear which is synonymous with a certain type of drummer. It's almost like you have to be playing at a certain level to have a certain type of, those Porter and Davies things. If you had one and you just play pub gigs, it'd be like, what are you doing?
Wanker would be the phrase.
Yeah,
Banded
exactly.
around.
But
Yeah.
But at the same time, I disagree with what I've just said, actually. And I think at any level, if you're playing gigs and you think it's worth it to you and it's an investment, then fucking get one. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I am at with it. And I just think if it makes every gig a bit nicer and whatever, then yeah, let's do it.
Sweet.
Because it's $1,000, but, I'd only spend that on shoes, So,
Yeah.
I've got enough shoes. I've got to stop spending $500 on a pair of shoes each time, you know what I mean?
So what are you going to have, did Graham have him in? You can go and try him out.
I don't know. I'll have a look. I don't know if he's got anything second hand. But leads me on to my next... Well, what my topic was going to be today, Ben, was what you're thinking of buying next year. You got anything in the pipeline?
Buying?
Yeah. Any new gear you want to get?
Well, I've actually just bought something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know me. Eagle-eyed. Always looking for a bargain. Right? Always keeping my peepers on what's going on, And if any bargain's going on. Now, I think the true days of the Graham Russell bargain are gone. I think they're gone. Yamaha Rock Tour 3-piece for 250 quid. I just don't think you're ever going to get those days again. But anyway, you never know. There might be something on there that, it's that difference, isn't it? Sometimes you go, what do I need versus what do I want?
Yeah.
But then something, if I'm shopping, I see something I like, I've got the money.
Yeah.
So,
And I was having a look, just seeing what's going down. And the main reason I was sort of looking was because I've got this, I've got the Mapex Babylonian snare, right? With all the hieroglyphics around it. And that was like one of 500 made, I think, 50 in the UK. But they had some other ones that are quite special like that with engravings. Well, there's a Masquerade, there's a Kung Fu, guess what's on that one? And there's an Aztec one. I think those are the sort of 4. And I've not been able to find the others anywhere. But what I did see was that the Babylonian, though I saw one on eBay or something, it was way more expensive than I paid for it. Yeah. But I found the Kung Fu one in America for about $900. So obviously I'm not buying that. That's silly money. But I was having a look and I was just typing in things and I was looking at cymbals. Any cymbals? Is there anything else I miss? And I found, right, Gear for Music have a second-hand section, right, which I didn't know about.
No.
And they had a Z heavy power ride, 20-inch, 95 quid.
Cool.
Yeah, like a Zildjian Z heavy power ride, 95 quid. Picture looked good, looked like it didn't have any, chips or cracks or anything like that. And I thought, 95 quid, I've just got to get it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bit shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 95 quid for like a full intact Zildjian. Yeah. And I love my Zeds because of the 90s, Yeah. And so I bought it and it arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
It's all perfectly good nick. It's really good condition. 95 quid. Yeah.
Wow.
And let me tell you, that cymbal is heavy.
Really?
It's about 3.5 kilos.
Yeah.
It's so thick.
Yeah.
It's so thick. There is no movement in it at all.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, what character does the Z have then? So we went through with, maybe there's something we can discuss. So how would you describe the different labels on, the different models of Zildjian cymbals and things like that? Yeah. And I said, well, Z Customs, loud and obnoxious. Yeah. Yeah. And this ride cymbal lives up to that. But yeah, I had a look. They came out between 1986 and 1993. Cool. So older than you, boy. Yeah. Older than you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I thought A's would just be like neutral.
Yeah.
Just great, neutral. And the K's are all a bit like, I'm sad. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean, like dark?
Yeah, just a bit.
Sort of like
sultry.
a dark gothic Neil Diamond.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, great.
So yeah, I got that. But it's shopping list. I mean, I sort of thought about getting a Tama Bell bronze snare, mega money. That's still like maybe a pipe dream. Maybe depends on how the business goes. But I am sort of tempted. I keep my eye out for Black Beauties.
Yeah.
Having a look. Maybe a supraphonic. And I didn't know this, and this was just ignorance really and lack of knowledge. But you got like the LM400, right? Yeah. And the LM402. I see that on Supraphonics. And I was like, I don't actually know what the numbers mean. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. I looked it up. So the 400 is 5.5 shell, and the 402 is a 6.5 shell. So if you're wondering when it says 402 or 400, that's the answer. But I really want to get
someone's
actually
wondering.
Yeah, big time, Sandra. And I think there's a couple of bits I want to get to the studio actually, but they are not drum related. One is an acoustic guitar. Yep. And one is a trumpet.
There you go.
So, yeah. That's
great.
It's kind of on my list, really. I don't think I want to... I do need to get some new skins, actually, because I spent the afternoon, when the in-laws were here, just nip out to the studio.
No, you did. Let's do a 3-hour podcast.
And I was like, I'm going to tune up all my snare drums.
So that's such an in-laws are here thing to do. Do you have to do that now, Ben? Do you have to? It's Christmas Day. Yeah, well,
Needs doing, David. Needs doing. Oh, well, you just, you're bored, innit? Like, you're all compromising, so no one can actually do what they actually want to do. So you're just like, well, fuck it, I'm going to go and tune my snare drums. Because I actually had a broken skin on one of mine, so I had a spare bottom skin, so I was like, I want to replace that. I've been meaning to do it for a while. Yeah. Boxing Day is the ideal time.
Oh, it is.
But I tuned them all up because some of them I hadn't played for ages. I was pretty pleased with my selection, but I was like, wow, some of these skins need changing, so
yeah,
I need to go and do that. But then I thought, changing top and bottoms on 11 snare drums.
yeah.
It's quite a lot.
Well,
So
that leads me perfectly onto what I was going to talk about. So that's what I need to do. I'm at some point, I think maybe next week, because I don't have any gigs next weekend, for the first time since March or something. I'm going to reskin I want to do all my kits. So I want to get the old Tama back in Brighton. That's currently my parents, and have it set up in my studio where I've got 2 kits ready to go to either whatever gig I'm doing. Because I have used the Gretsch for every gig this year, and mostly it's been fine, but sometimes it's nice to have the bigger kit, you know. But I was thinking, right, I need to reskin the kits. Then what do I get? And I was talking to Camille, because Camille uses Code heads.
oh yeah.
And I was going, do I do that? Because obviously the advantage is they're cheaper, but
Okay.
controversially, can I say this, are they as good as Remo and Evans? You know, it's that's the elephant in the room. You know,
It's like underpants. You got to buy them and try them, but you can't really take them back.
Well, this is the thing, but I don't want to get them for all of it and then be like, fuck, no, don't like this. But I think what I'll also get,
You can trust Camille though. I mean, she's no amateur, is she?
No, exactly.
She's out there touring with the subways.
So I think so that's what I mean. If she's using them, then it's like, okay, well that's a good reason. But here's a good talking point. So I think this is the year I'm really going to think about sound more.
Okay, yeah.
And the gear I'm using, which I know you'll be happy about, because I feel like, not intentionally, but I can be complacent and be like, well, it's a drum kit and I can play it, so that'll do,
Yeah.
I'm like, that snare sounds good enough to me, let's go, rather than really getting, when there's other drummers that will get so specific about snare sounds for live stuff, not necessarily studio stuff, but for live stuff. And I was talking to Pat about this the other day. I had this gig where it suddenly felt like my drums, it's going to sound pretentious, weren't doing what I wanted them to do, I was playing my hats, the new beat hats, and I was like, they feel a bit fucking stagnant. I wanted them to be a bit more washy, and the snare wasn't really cutting through as much as I want. And I was thinking, okay, and I spoke to Pat about it, and he was saying, maybe this is now your time to start really thinking about what gear you have on every gig. And I was like, yeah, I think that's spot on, like down to cymbal choices, and the tuning of the drums. And I was thinking about those, that drum doctor thing or drum dial or whatever it's called, that you can use to tune.
Yeah.
And just having a bit more of a constant tuning rather than tuning it at the, start of the year and then being like, let's just take them out the cases, set them up, play them, and if only ever if it sounds mental that I really tune it. And just doing that a bit more. And so I think that will come with, doing the heads. And I kind of want to have like a hard reset on all the kits and have all my snares set up in my studio so I can be like, right, this gig today warrants this more of a snare, And I think, I don't know, it's funny, whenever I hear drummers talking about like different sounds and stuff like that, there's always a part of me that like I get it, but also I'm like, at the end of the day, I always think back to what Graham Russell said, about like, the difference between like toms on different kits. And he was like, at the end of the day, they all go FUD, And I think I always have that sort of mindset of like, well, drums are drums, It's like, if you make them sound good, then they sound like any other drums, which obviously isn't true, but it's kind of like, once they're mic'd up and blah, 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 it's like, it's then how well you play them. But if you don't have a good starting point, then it's more of an uphill battle, if that makes sense. And and I think I'm quite excited to go like, right, let's get both the kits, let's get in my room, let's tune them all up, and then be like, right, I'm ready for the year, and also keep on top of it more, rather than just have them for the year. Like, change them when they need to be changed. So yeah, I don't know. I was like, yeah, let's really, rather than just throw it in the studio until next gig, and then next gig just get them out, put them in the car, and do it again. It's like, no, let's focus on sound more. So yeah, I'm quite eager to do that. But part of me was like, do I go with Remo? Been with Evans so long. Do I just, because just to switch it up a bit, just do the is it Emperors on top? Is that the usual way? Ambassador bottom, just do that on my toms. Try that out,
Well, I think if you're, and you can go about it two ways, in my opinion. I guess maybe like I've been more interested in that or aware of that sort of stuff because the majority of my stuff is studio work.
Yeah.
So it gets mic'd up.
Yeah.
And you can fucking hear what it's doing.
Yeah.
And having that collection, and then it's that. I think it's a lot like kind of learning how to use a plugin. I think with mixing, where you do it and it changes something. You go, it's done something.
Yeah.
And then but you can kind of hear what it's done, but then you get to the point where you understand the plugin. So you go to that plugin because you know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
So I did a session with Neil recently in the studio, and it's like we were talking about snare drum, and it's like, what sort of snare do we want? Do we want crack? Do we want oosh? Do we want Bosch? These things. I think I want an ooshy one. I was like, cool, be one of these two. Set it up. Yeah, that's the one. It's the Acrolite.
Yeah.
Because I just know that's the sort of thing. So it's kind of learning those qualities. And I think with skin in the kit, so the thing I would like to do with all my snare drums is put the same skin on every one.
Yeah. Yeah.
As like a sort of control experiment.
Yeah.
So then I can really hear the difference between the tones of the drum itself, the materials and things like that. So I think, but it's an outlay of money to change the skins on your whole kit.
Yeah, it is.
So I think probably what would be a good thing for you to do is before you buy a set of skins, is do some proper research on the different models of Evans, the different models of Remo, and you'll find that thing, right? Okay, right. Emperors are G2s, Ambassadors are G1s.
Yeah, yeah.
Clear coated, watch YouTube videos of people explaining these. I'm sure Evans and Remo, there's loads of videos of different skins and things. Then you've got the pinstripes, which are like the EC2s, and then learning, right, well, that brings a little bit more control, and then kind of thinking ahead a bit more and going, I want this sort of sound. What head is gonna give me that? And then so your sort of punt, your purchase, that investment already has a direction.
Yeah.
Because when you're mixing, you should really know what you want the song to sound like before you start mixing it.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea of I want it to sound like this, do you want your toms to be quite resonant? Do you want them to have lots of attack? Do you want them to be mellow? Do you want these things? And then you sort of narrow down your options rather than going, I'll stick Emperors and Ambassador on and see what it does.
Well, yeah.
And I think 200 quid down.
Yeah.
And then
I think
you're
anytime
they're not quite right,
Yeah, and anytime I buy a head for the snare, it's usually I haven't tried this one before, so let's see. But not in a kind of because it'll be this sound, just because I'm I haven't tried this, rather than, okay, let's look at it in that way. But it's also, I don't know, it is, it's a funny one with tuning and heads and sound. And I think and all of that stuff, because it's sort of it's been this long that I haven't really thought about it, because I felt like I haven't needed. I think it's it's one of those things where it's when you have the urge to be right, now I need to start thinking about it. It's because you have that feeling. If you play in a kit and you're no, it sounds cool, then it's well, then you probably won't change anything. Whereas if you get better and then start to notice, no, this isn't right, then that's when you'll change, if that makes sense. So I think that's why.
I think when you notice, it's already too late.
Well, yeah, but I think those top level pros.
But then, but so much depends on the room you're in as well. That's the problem.
Yeah, it depends on the room.
I'll play my
the top level pros that sort of really understand their different sounds, and whereas to someone not as good, you might be well, I can't really hear the difference.
Yeah.
But when you get to that level, that's when you're oh, okay, they really know what they're talking about, just because they've had the same feeling where they've been like, this isn't doing what I want it to do anymore, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It could be the room, could be anything.
But I think the room can just, for me, the feeling of playing, a lot of that comes from the room, where you just feel like the snare is just it's just absolutely like luscious, and then sometimes it's like hitting a pillow, and it's like it's the same snare. Same snare, it's literally the same as I played last week. Yeah, but it's completely different. But I think it's good advice for anyone, and I think have a bit more understanding of what you're going like, know what you want, and then learn what all the different things do, and then you'll sort of narrow down your target range. And you might not get it right first time. But then you'll find it, you know. And I think as well, like, when I was eking out this snare drum tuning session, just keep that going as long as possible. Yeah. I was like, right, well, okay, I've tuned this snare up, it sounds good. Now I'm going to see what it's like in low tuning. Yeah. See what it's like in high tuning. Like, spend that time and go, actually, this snare sounds really different when you drop it down a bit. And it has a similar property to that one, but also you can crank it and stuff. Because I'm very much default crank it. I love a good crack, a good pop.
Yeah, classic.
Episode 1. Excuse me, broccoli. So yeah, but I think it's worth doing. But speak to Ben. Give Ben a shout.
Yeah, I will.
Send him
Too
an
many
email.
Bens. I didn't know who.
There's loads of Bens. So many Bens in your life.
Everyone I know is called Ben.
But send him an email. Go like, hey, I want, I'm sure it'll help. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Anything else? I mean, that was a lot on just gear and stuff.
It was. I've been doing a lot. I'm assuming you had a good Christmas.
It was all right. It was fine. I don't know. I don't know. They're a bit more tame now. Christmases in our family. It was fun to see Elliot in the morning on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, you did your swim. How was that?
That was good. That was good.
Feeling cold, George?
Oh, it was so cold. It was last year. We got out and we stood there in our speedos or whatever, and just having a chat and a mince pie and going, oh, what are you up to today? Yada yada yada. But this year it was like we got out and for quite a while our feet and hands hurt. And Elliot was like, are your feet, do they feel like you can't move them? And I said, yeah. He's like, okay, good. Because I'm the same. You know, it was ridiculously cold.
Not everyone had a good Christmas swim, did they? Did you see that on the news?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Got to be careful.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good. But
I don't want to say it's their own fault, but you know what I mean?
I was just going to say,
it looks choppy.
If there's a lot of waves, don't get in.
It looks choppy.
Yeah, exactly. So that was good. And then Elliot and I drank some whiskey at whatever time in the morning. And I was pissed by about 10 a.m. And then it's a weird day after that if you're pissed in the morning, you know. But then I sort of plateaued. And then, and then Boxing Day I went to the footy, which was freezing. Freezing cold. So, But no, it's fine. It's
Who'd you go see?
Havant. It's the Havant derby. So. Havant versus Gosport.
Oh, yeah.
Which is always fun. 4-0. So, 4-0.
To Havant?
Yeah.
My boys.
4-0 victory, which was...
I'm a Havant boy now, isn't it?
Hey, tell you what, the goalie... I haven't told you this because I didn't know it. The goalie for Havant is Rio Ferdinand's son.
Is it?
Yeah. So my dad will often chat to Rio Ferdinand because he'll just come to the Havant games, you know. Oh, fucking hell. It's Rio Ferdinand.
What are you doing here? They're pleased to see him. You know?
Yeah.
You turn up in Havant and Waterlooville with Rio Ferdinand. Yeah.
A non-league match in Havant. It's mental. But so... That's
great.
So that was good. How was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, fine. You know, I just... we were talking about a Decade gig a few weeks ago. We were talking about drinking. We were playing out scenarios like silly things like, would you drink one beer a day? You had to have one beer a day.
Yeah.
But you could have more if you wanted.
Yeah.
But you had to have one a day, or you couldn't drink at all for the rest of your life. You know, we were doing that sort of thing when you're waiting around for 3 hours. Because I don't really drink that much. Like, I don't drink at home really at all. But I saw Neil not long before Christmas. I said, "Oh, I've got some Guinness in for the Christmas, just to take the edge off the in-laws." You know. But I was good. It was lovely. They came down. It was just the four of us. We got Mum over for a bit in the day as well, which was nice. Very pleasant. My wife made a fucking amazing beef Wellington.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
So the food was great, and it was pretty chill, you know. And I took out all my inner feelings on the Monopoly board.
Great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Just trounced them all in it.
Yeah.
That was good. But then they left on the 27th, and then for me, I'm like, I don't want to keep sitting and wallowing. Like, keep sitting and doing, I was like, nah, let's get some shit done. Yeah. Let's get some shit done. 27th, right. They've gone, clean the house, get rid of the dog smell.
Yeah.
Sort things out.
That the in-laws, or did they have a dog?
They actually have a dog.
Cool.
Yeah. He's lovely. And but he stinks. And they're like, does he smell? And I'm like, yeah, fucking stinks, mate. They're so used to it. And you're like, the whole house stinks of dog.
Yeah.
But anyway, get that all cleaned, get the washing, you know, get back to normality. Get the decorations down. Fuck it, it's done. You know, don't let that linger. But I would like to then be productive and use the time to do things like maybe around the house, because I'm not really doing any work at the moment by choice.
Yeah.
So there's a few things we want to do around the house, and one thing was like, do you know what? We've got so much Lego, got loads. I've still got last Christmas's Lego that I still haven't built yet.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason it's one of the things that stopped me building it is I don't really have anywhere to put it. We're sort of maxed out. Yeah. So I had loads of shelves up in the flat, and I was like, right, let's put some shelves up, and then I can build this Lego. We can get some of the old Lego out. So been doing a lot of DIY, putting shelves up. That went beautifully. Never have I put up a shelf so well.
Love it.
But then I've also put some artwork up that we had in the house, a couple of pictures up in the bedroom, and actually in here you can't see it at all because it's all behind the computer. But on this wall here to my left, I have 4 framed vinyls of albums I've produced.
Yep.
They're all signed by the artist. Behind the computer I have my framed Oxygen Thief album. I've got a framed poster of when 3 Day Bender headlined the Wedge Drums. Got a couple of other vinyls on there. Switched some vinyls around on the stairs. So that's been nice and productive. And
you got your darts board.
I've got my dartboard up.
Where is this again? What room?
This is you'd call it bedroom 2. You'd call it bedroom 2. Yeah.
Love it.
Spare bedroom. So my Christmas present from my lovely wife was, because I had this dartboard in the garage, right? But that's now a recording studio. Ugh, what an inconvenience.
Yeah, really
Where am I going to play darts? You know. But being a terraced house, you can have problems with noise, right? The vibrations of the darts going in. Don't want to annoy the neighbours. Although that is on the front wall of the house, so it's not as bad. Yeah. But what she got me was it's called the Windmill Whisper. The Windmill Whisper. And it's like a mounting system for the dartboard that suspends the dartboard off the wall.
Right.
On these sort of wires. So got that put up as well. And the dartboard sits on that, so it's like off the wall. And then I also used some isolation strips left over from the studio to give it another layer. And then I put my dartboard ring around it, and then check this out as well. 1 second.
Ah, that's cool. His dartboard lights up, listeners.
So I got the light as well, which fits on it.
That's great.
So yeah, I've been doing DIY. I put pictures up. I've just run the lighting down around the skirting board and got some stuff up and made it all lovely and nice. Right, but I've done a bit of DIY over my time, right, over my years. And but sometimes you encounter something for the first time, right? So I got this fancy door, right, to get into this new studio, right? Big solid composite door. Wasn't cheap. It's got this proper good lock on it, right? And just over the last month or so, it's just been getting like quite stiff, like to get the key in. It's quite stiff and to unlock it. Then I got to the point the weekend before Christmas where I was like, this is really difficult to open. Yeah. A bit worried I just won't be able to get in there because it's the only door to get in. And I was like, I'll phone the company because it's under warranty and be like, phone them, so the lock's stiff. And like, okay, we'll get someone to give you a call. They haven't.
Yeah.
But I thought, it's fucking Christmas. They're not going to come.
Yeah.
Probably not going to come. And I've got a recording session on Monday. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to get in the fucking place.
Yeah.
And I can't exactly leave it open. Bit of Googling, innit? And it was like, oh, every 6 months you need to lube it with a fine graphite powder.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I got this stuff that they recommend for that particular lock. And it comes in this little bottle. And you douse it, and it really is. It's like fine graphite powder. You douse it on the grooves of the key, and then you sort of rub it in the key with a tissue so it goes in the grooves. And you just put the key in the lock a few times, either way up, and then you just sort of turn the lock. Fucking lubed it up.
Yeah.
Back to brand new. I was like...
Don't you love when something just works that quickly?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool.
Oh, 11 quid on Amazon. It came the next day. Oh, I've just fixed my fucking door.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And I was like, do you know, back door key's a bit stiff. Let's get some on that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going around the whole house. Give me a fucking lock. Give me a stiff lock.
Literally.
I know what to do now with stiff locks.
Did
Works like a fucking treat.
Did I tell you about my plumbing, my smelly drains? Did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh. So
Did you about your knob or the sink?
What was the first one?
Your knob.
What? That's what you said. No, the shower. So whenever I get in the shower, turn the shower on, after about 20 seconds I go, wow, that stinks. Something stinks. Not me, like the drain, you know? And I was just ignoring it because I was going, well, it's only me here. This is fine, you know? But eventually I went, no, this is mental. This is now mental. So I thought, well, let's just get all of the stuff and then just fucking nuke it. So I got baking soda or baking powder or whatever. Americans call it baking soda, but you know, baking powder. Or bicarb, sorry. Bicarb of soda. Anyway, got that. And it says put a cup in with a cup of white distilled vinegar. I was like, let's just put all of it in. So the whole tub in and the whole bottle in. And it was frothing. It was like, you know, I was like, this is great. This is brilliant. And then kettle over that half an hour later. Then I got a plunger. I can't really remember the order, but I also used drain, drain cleaner.
Drain fluid.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've used that before.
Yeah, did that. And then some more hot water. And then I just plunged it. Just fucking went mad with the plunge.
Yeah.
A load of shit came up, you know. And then showered it all down. And it smells... It doesn't smell now. It's great.
That's
There's
good.
There's no smell whatsoever. But I thought, do you know what? Because I think I tried the bicarb of soda and vinegar thing before. I hadn't quite done the job. And I tried I thought, do it all at once. And then and then just...
He had it all. He had bicarbonate of soda, salt, vinegar, pepper, fucking chili flakes, boiling water, Pepsi, dynamite.
Honestly,
fucking get it all in
if
there.
I'd have been on Reddit and someone suggested, you know, anything, I'd be like, yeah, I'll put that down as well, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's great. Now there's no smell. So
that's good.
It's good. The flat
Just
is
now
basically...
the smell of your own arsehole.
Exactly. The flat is basically all there. I'm getting a new fridge on Friday because the fridge has been a bit weird. Yeah, so I got a new hob, got a new fridge. The only one thing after that is the boiler sort of still drips a little bit, like tiny bit. So I'm gonna have to ask them about that. But other than that, it's perfect.
Lovely.
I mean, it's not perfect. What would be perfect is a big house, but you know, be that as it may. So
yeah.
So.
Good. Well, 2026, big year. George is finally gonna put some new skins on his drum kit. We all can't wait. Keep us posted on that. Thanks for listening. drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com, @drumanddrummerpodcast. Get your one-page PDF drum charts from drumcharts.co.uk. And hope everyone has a good start to the year, because let's be honest, it's usually shit. January, tax, no gigs. Perfect combo for welcoming the new year. George, thanks very much. Lovely to see you.
Thank you. You too.
And we'll be back next week, of course.
Goodbye.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram @drumanddrummerpodcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.